Hey, I got a question from one of you regarding this series where I ask you to do this homework to find the sum of this series, sum equal to 3 plus 8 plus 13 plus go up to 99. So I'll bring a couple of issue here. When you remember, you are declaring two variables here. The purpose of declaring these variables is to store data. But when you declare a variables, what happens? Actually, we have discussed about RAM in computer memory. RAM when you run something, when you run Microsoft Word or when you run Excel or Internet Explorer, it takes a little bit memory in RAM. Now when you declare a variable, memory is something like this. Memory is, let me do a memory is slots like this. In the memory there are slots like this. So let's say this is slot 1 and then there is another slot. Okay, so there are slots like that, and each here, can you see these cells? Yeah, there are cells like this. Okay, there are cells like this in the memory. Now when you declare a variable, let's say you have declared I, okay, and you have declared, hold on, let's say you have declared I, let's say you have declared I, so that I takes, and hold on, one other thing, initially, computer always do processing calculation, different kind of calculations. So initially, normally there could be some garbage data in these memories. Let's say this memory has 100 garbage as a garbage data because it was done in the previous calculation and this memory is not cleared. Let's say this memory has 200 and some other memory, let's say this memory has 300. So always, this memory cell, those we have in the RAM, it could have some data from the previous processing. Now when you declare a variable, the variable reserves a memory in the location. Let's say we have declared two variable here, variable I and sum. Now if you go back there, when you declare this variable, so these variables take reserve memory in the RAM. So let's say I reserve this location and sum reserve this location. Okay, now we have declared two variables. These two variables reserve this memory location. This variable I reserves this memory location, and variable sum reserves this memory location. Okay, now so initially, before it start calculation, there is a value over there. We don't know what is that value. Now when you are trying to, let's say our series finished at 13, so our sum should be 3 plus 8, 11 plus 21, 11 plus 13, that will make 24, right? Now see, if you add 3, 8, 13, that makes, if you add 3 plus 8 plus 13, that makes 24. Okay, now if you add this series, let me add and do an execution. I'm just executing it. See here, so from, if you see the result, can you see from line number 11 we are outputting the sum of, right? So the sum, I know that we are outputting, giving output for two values, %d and %d, I and sum. So when we are taking exit from there, let me put a space here. Okay, and let's put sum equal to. Okay, now let me execute it. So when I execute it, okay, hold on. So this seems, what is the error? Let me see, sum. Oh, okay. So let's say you have, okay, so sum equal to, now this one, that should not be there. Okay, so we are, let's say I equal to, finally I equal to sum equal to, that is how we want to display. Let me execute it. Now can you see I equal to 18 and sum equal to 24, right? I equal to 18, sum equal to 24. So now it is always safe that before you start adding this sum equal to, what you do, you put sum equal to 0, right? Now let me show you how this calculation works. I'm going to put a breakpoint here. Now let me start execution. So initially when the execution will start, I equal to 3, I equal to 3. Now I'm going there. Now what do we have in sum? If you go to your watch, let me bring watch and sum. Right now I equal to 3 and I is less than 13, condition true, so we are going inside. Now we are doing sum equal to sum plus I. So initially we have 0 in sum and I equal to 3, so 0 plus 3, it is going to be 3, and this 3 will be assigned to a bucket, that is sum. Okay, now let me execute it. Can you see? Now we have sum equal to 3. Now we are here. Here the first thing that we will do for the next time, it is going to increment the value of I by 5. Now can you see? Now the value of I is 8, because previously it was 3, and now we have incremented it by 5. Now the value of I is 8. Now 8, is it 8 less than or equal to 13? Yeah, the condition is true. Now it will go inside. Now here we have sum equal to 3. Now if you replace it, sum equal to sum plus I, let me go there. I'll be coming to this discussion later on. Now sum equal to sum plus I. Now the previous value of sum is 3 and current value of I is 8, so sum equal to 11, right? Now let's go to the load runner. Now can you see here, now the value of sum is 3 and we have 8 in I, so sum plus I, 3 plus 8, so we should have 11 in sum. Okay, now we have sum equal to 11. Now what it is going to do here, it is checking, it is incrementing I equal to I plus 5. Now what is the value of I? 5. What is the value of I is 8, plus if it increment it by 5, then it becomes 8 plus 5, 13. Now 13 less than or equal to 13, the condition is true, still true. Now if we go there, now what is the value of sum? Sum equal to 11. Now I equal to 13, so 11 plus 13, that makes it 24. Now after this execution, you will see in sum we have 24. Can you see we have in sum we have 24? Now the final time. Now we are incrementing I again. Now what is the initial value? 13. 13 plus 5, that makes it 18, right? So can you see here 13? When I execute it, it will become 18. Now 18 less than or equal to 13. Is 18 less than 13? No. Is 18 equal to 13? No. None of the condition is true. So it is not going to go inside. Now what it will do, if you go to your output, can you see you don't have any output yet? Can you see? You don't have any output yet. Now if I execute it, it will be printing what is the final value of I. If you go to your watch, it is 18. When it was exiting out from the loop, the value got incremented to 18, and what is the value of sum is 24. Now if you do the execution and go to your output window, can you see we are having the right value of I and the right value of sum. So that is how for loop works, and we have added a series by for loop. Now the initial discussion, remember memory location can have some value from the previous execution. So if you do not assign sum equal to 0, then when you are adding here, if there is a previous value in that memory location that being reserved by sum, then you might get incorrect result. So it's better you always, when you are adding something on storing it, then it's always better you initialize it by 0. Now if you make this, like our sheet is supposed to be till 99, if you execute it, let me remove this breakpoint, right? So you will see we are getting correct results, and the final value of I will be 104, right? So if you go there, can you see, actually the final value of I will be let me see, the final value of I will be probably if you increase, the final value of I is 103. So and our sum is 1010. So hopefully I was able to answer your question, and if you have any further question, let me know and I'll be providing you the right answer. And thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time. Thank you again. Bye.